Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed by the guests and hosts of this show are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the company or the show itself.
Hello, Explora bookworms, and welcome. This is Red, and today we sit down with an author in our exciting new segment here in Explora called Road to London. And well, our today's guest, her name is Miss Patricia Blake, and of course she will be heading to London International Book Fair 2026 this coming March 10 and 12 at Olympia, London. And of course she will be showcasing her books, and she will be signing copies live at the Explora's booth. All right, so this will definitely gonna give readers a chance to meet, you know, the minds behind this stories. Okay, and by the way, as what I mentioned, Explora Books is gonna be incredibly proud because we're gonna be part of this prestigious event, or global event we call it, right in the heart of this international, I would say, publishing scene. So again, I'm inviting everyone to stop by, connect with us, connect with the authors, you know, explore, you know, their books, you know, check what they can actually offer, you know, for you guys. And again, like what I mentioned earlier, our today's guest, Miss Patricia Blake. How are you today, Patty?
Oh, I'm so excited to actually meet with you. We've talked on the phone several times. You're on my team.
Right.
You're a critical part of the team with helping me with my. It's kind of dynamic. The first book, there's two books. The first book is my personal testimony about coming on the job with Los Angeles Police Department back in 1983, and my career carried through 33 years, and then another 7 years as a reserve officer on the job, working with my horse in the field, Mocha latte. And let me show you the cover of the book. It's called
Well, before we jump in,
yeah.
And before we jump into your books, you know, I was just, I guess, to kind of warm up this, you know, conversation, and I'm pretty sure as well that some other or our viewers right now might be asking who Patricia Blake is. So I guess it's better. Let's start with, how would you describe yourself as a writer, or, you know, as Patricia? Can you tell us more about yourself, Patty?
So I was born in the Dalles, Oregon, on the Columbia River Gorge. My father was a war hero in World War II on the Pacific Islands. And my mother raised myself. I was the oldest, and we were all 1 year apart. So being the oldest, it kind of fell upon me to watch over my brother and two sisters. And I instinctively inherited a strong sense of justice and fairness. And that carried with me throughout my whole life and my career. And my brother and sisters and myself, we lived in a cherry orchard outside of the Dalles. My grandfather lived close by, and my grandfather had a 140-acre wheat farm. And that's where I inherited my love for animals and my love of the land, my love of horses. And from the age of like 2 or 3, my grandfather had plow horses to plow the fields, And he would throw me up at that age, a bareback, and let me sit on the horse. So that's why I have that love of horses. And he let me feed the chickens and milk the cows. You know, I have several song lyrics out, and one of them that's coming out soon is called Grandpa Taught Me the Country Way. And all of my songs come from my heart and my spirit and my soul. And
Wow.
it yeah, I didn't think I could ever be a songwriter. I never thought I could be an author.
Patty, you're not just an author, or yes, I was about to say that you're not just an author, right? You're also I would say a songwriter. Where can they find this, lyrics or songs that you're telling me right now?
Well, thank you for asking. Eventually, I want to get them on YouTube, but there's 5 songs currently on my website. You have to drop down to the music category
Hmm.
and click on that and scroll through each song and click on the browser. And the music's wonderful, and the words is they're powerful words. And actually, when we do get to the book, I just want to mention that the words for 2 of the songs are in the back of the touched by the hand of God.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
you can see the words in the book, and one of the songs is about Mocha, one of my true partners. He deployed in the field with me towards the end of my career, and amazing partner and bond and trust. He would do anything that I asked of him, and I
Wow.
worked with him every day. We trained together, and he's so trusting. I have to share with you, his favorite treat was the round peppermint candies in the restaurant,
Right.
and you take the wrapper off. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Mocha actually, the song words are "You chose me." Mocha chose me, and he, I believe, was sent by God. He chose me, I chose him, and that's the song lyrics. I took you into my life, you became my life.
Wow.
You
That's
carried me through. You carried me. You
yeah.
carried me through thunder and fire.
Wow. That's an
So,
amazing, experience right there, and encounter with Maka, Patty. But talking about touched by the hand of God, you basically wrote about miracles and guardian angels. And um do you think, or did you somehow get the to recognize them in real time?
that's an interesting question, because when you're in the moment,
Right.
you can't comprehend the total picture. But there are moments that were so surreal and not of this earth, and I could feel the presence of a higher power and the grace and love. And I have to share with everyone in the audience. It's so important to recognize that with faith and hope, you can get through your desperate times of need, your darkest times of need, and to listen and feel that power and that presence and the angels that protect you. So it's incredibly meaningful to me to share. That's why I wrote the book. I
Mm.
didn't talk about it for 40 years. When I got out of high school, I was a kid and I had a near death experience and felt that power and grace. And to share with everyone in the audience, um, I it's with no doubt, I believe that the Lord's grace and unconditional love He has for everyone on this earth. Everyone on this earth. He loves everyone. He wants to have you believe in him because he wants to protect you. And once you feel that presence and that incredible peace and grace, even if it only lasts for like a minute, a second, you have the confidence to knowing that there is a higher power watching over you. And
Wow.
he sends angels, truly, and he sends angels to watch over first responders, but he also, the word send me, Isaiah in the Bible, he's a prophet, and 6, 8, so chapter 6, 8, Isaiah is asked by the Lord, whom should I send to give your tribe terrible news? Without hesitation, Isaiah says, send me. And I believe that the Lord sends all first responders, military, law enforcement, fire, medical, teachers, to guide our young kids and teach them values. We're sent with a purpose, and we're sent to be. The first responders are sent to be protectors and rescuers. So,
Wow. Well, yeah, thank you for sharing that, inspiring, stories of yours, Patty. But as I can remember, though, you used to work with LAPD, right? And
yes, sir.
how did faith help you, uh, let's just say, survive the most challenging moments on the force? Because I almost forgot to ask you that question, and I was just kind of wondering, because there's a lot of we do have a lot of police officers, work pretty much individuals that is working, in the military, and I guess it's time for us, for you, Patty, to share this, particular thing to everyone, and hopefully we can inspire them to really have, you know,
Mm.
faith and believe in God.
Absolutely. And that's the reason I was called, I think, to put these words on paper, because I wanted everyone to get the unique perspective of law enforcement and the work that they do, because it impacts their families, their children, and some of the things that we do witness, unfortunately, like crime victims, the families with broken hearts,
Wow,
just
I agree.
incredible grief. It can't, it impacts us as humans, and it never goes away, really. It's a part of you. And I wanted to recognize first responders and the work they do. And I was blessed to work with the most incredible partners to go through the barricaded door of multiple shots fired and to rescue a baby laying in blood between his dead parents and put him over my heart, over my badge, over my uniform, and take him out of that horrendous scene. And he was only like 10 months old, but he was in shock and laying on his back and eyes wide open, never made a sound. And that was what was scary for myself and my partner as we're clearing the apartment from the front to the back. And it was a barricaded door and reports of multiple shots fired.
Wow.
And we were just devastated as we're moving forward, because we never heard the sound of a baby. And no one was calling out for help. So it's an unknown, and that dread, uh, you never want to see. You know, you want to be able to save everyone.
Oh, yeah.
But that baby, but ironically, a couple of years later, the Lord put me in connection with the family that, and the sister that ended up with the baby and raising him. The boy wasn't there, but I saw a picture of him, and she said, "I've never called the police. Had to call the police before, except when my sister was murdered by her husband." And I said, "That's the baby, isn't it?" And she said, "Yes." And I didn't want to upset her, so the only words I could say was, "I was there." So.
Wow.
But I think the Lord put me in that path to reassure me and my partner that the baby's doing well. So that's a blessing. I
Yeah,
believe there's no coincidences.
I agree, and that must be very difficult for you to witness that kind of event. And and
And
yeah, and basically you're
think
still
about it.
probably as you are sharing that to me right now, that particular scene might be just, still in your brain right now, in your head right now. Like you can definitely picture that heartbreaking moment.
It's a forever part of my heart and soul and my partner. And when my partner saw me carrying that baby out of that room, he told me later he would never forget me picking that baby up. And he said to me, which first responders can relate to, and I'm honored that he said to me, "I didn't need a vest, I had you." That's powerful.
Yes, indeed, I agree. But Patty, I would like to ask you this as well. Um, what does community partnership truly mean to you after all those years in service?
So, to me, the most important element of first responders is to protect the innocent and vulnerable, and
Mm,
to provide true public service to those in need. And it's so incredibly rewarding to be there for someone who is in their darkest time of need, and to help them. So I'm am so rewarded to be a part of that and to be there. I truly remember the crime victims, and one mother who in the projects in Foothill Division. I was in charge of the detectives, and her daughter was murdered and thrown in an alley near a trash can. She asked to meet with the detectives. I was in the room next to her, and she asked, as she looked the investigating detective in the eyes, and she said, "How do you know this is my daughter?" And the detective hesitated, and then he said, "By the tattoos." She, for some reason, trusted me enough that she collapsed into my lap, and I just instinctively wrapped my arms around her and rocked her and reassured her and whispered to her, "I'm so sorry." You can't imagine the grief of a parent that loses their child. It's devastating, irreplaceable grief.
yeah, you know, as parent myself, I definitely agree with you. And trying to picture out that kind of situation or putting myself in that kind of situation, I don't know what to probably say or do. That would be very, heartbreaking at the same time. But you see, Patty, I guess what we can be proud of is that despite of those heartbreaking encounters or moments that you had during your time in the service, here you are right now, you know, strong and healthy woman, and definitely you are sharing this wonderful experiences that you have, during your time in the service. At the same time, you're also sharing to everybody your book. And before I even forget about that, do you have a copy of the book that we're talking about today, Touched by the Hand of God?
Okay, this is the front cover, and it's got a
Is
this is
that
mocha
you in
latte.
the picture? And Mocha?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Wow.
sir.
That looks
And
amazing.
he is the most amazing. He thought he was a rock star, and he's a show off. You can tell he's kind of
Yeah,
a show off.
yeah.
But
I
we
mean,
were
she's
so
absolutely
close and
beautiful.
bonded. He's This is the rarest color of all breeds. He's called a 𝘔𝘰𝘤𝘩𝘢, which it's a dark gray. It's not. It's like a buckskin, only he's the dark gray with a dorsal
Mm.
stripe down his back, and the black mane and tail, and the white stripe on his face. So no, he was definitely a show off, but he was such a good boy.
Well, yeah.
So the book has
Mm.
so Mocha and I are on the front cover. He's getting ready for field deployment, and there's several pictures of Mocha, of course, in the book, and the song that I wrote for him, "You
Mm.
Chose Me," and Saint
Mm.
Michael took you way too soon. I lost him March 17th of last year.
Oh,
One
I'm
of
so
the
sorry to hear that.
one of the hardest things that I am still trying to overcome. So Mocha's on the back. There's amazing reviewers, and they're all 5-star. That these readers took the time, and I'm honored that they took the time to write from their heart, and it's truly inspirational. One writer said it reminded him of the service and sacrifice of Heartbreak Ridge, which was a World War II true story, a documentary. And so just amazing reviewers. I could tell by reading their comments, it was very powerful and moving to them, inspirational. And of course, it is faith-based, and to give everyone hope. They can overcome incredible obstacles. Look at the World Trade Center, the
Yeah.
devastating terrorist attack.
Yes.
I mean, just unspeakable, unspeakable. So,
Yeah. I agree. I can't imagine
and
as well. Mm.
there's a quick bi- biography of my career, because I was one of the first females that actually worked in the field. So up until 1981, females were pretty much called matrons, and they wore skirts, high
Yeah.
heels, carried a purse. So, and
That
then
is exactly
there was
true. That is true. That
yes,
is true.
and there was two classifications. The badge said policeman or policewoman. And so after the class action lawsuit, Fanchon Blake, I'm not any relation, but she
Mm.
fought the entire organization and
Mm.
she created change and equality for everyone. And I came on in 1983, and it was challenging, but you go with your instinct and common sense, and you utilize your resources. And it was so rewarding to me. It's an amazing career. I'm truly blessed.
Well,
And blessed to have my Mocha for the time that I
and
did.
talking about Mocha here, you have another book, 𝘞𝘢𝘯𝘥, and that's a very good looking book. I just had that copy earlier this morning in my desk, and I read it, and I was
Oh
like
my gosh, really?
yep, and I was really in a rush
Uh,
of getting here today in the office in the studio rather, for this interview, and I already forgot to even bring it with me. But hey, for those parents out there, children, or if you have, or if you're thinking of a special gift for someone, or to anyone, especially parents, children, stuff like that. I would really recommend this book. I love the pictures. It's really amazing. It's very, interesting to look at. There's, it's very colorful. It's amazing. And I even
it's
noticed,
magical. It's
or
magical.
and discovered. Yeah, sorry. I even discovered as well that you have a video trailer for Mocha.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
yes.
that's
Um,
mhm.
I was inspired to put words on paper for the second book when I lost my boy. And I wanted to honor Mocha. Mocha loved children. When he
Mm.
deployed in the field, there's pictures of uh, little ones not afraid at all and touching him on the nose. And the parents are like, "Are you sure it's safe?" And I'm like, and Mocha is the best thing for these children. And when I deployed him in the field, some of the children had never touched a horse in their life. So I'd have all these children, and we've trained constantly for safety so that no one gets hurt, the children don't get hurt, and it's a safe environment to touch them. So I would tell the children, we have safety rules, and the reason is so that no one gets hurt and the horses want you to touch them. So one at a time, you do not jump, you do not make noise, do not go under the horses, and we're going to take turns. Every single child for 10 years when I'm working with him in the field, not one child, every child followed the rules because they knew if they broke the rules, they wouldn't be allowed to touch Mocha. So that's incredible in itself. But
Yeah.
Mocha loved working with the kids.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
good to know, Patricia, that you are a very good owner and master of Mocha. Because for
Well,
those who are having any kind of pets, whatever you call it, it could be your baby, you know any kind of animals that we have at home, we need to at least know their limits and understand how this particular you know baby of us behaves. Because if we cannot set any kind of rules and expectations to those strangers, new faces, then definitely accident can happen, and
oh, absolutely.
it's gonna be very difficult, not just for you as an owner of this particular, we call it baby, our babies, right? But it's also traumatic for the kids, for those victims,
Yes.
you know. And I'm
So,
very proud to hear that from you, that you are setting up rules already ahead of time, before they even go near or touch Mocha. And I guess that's what's
and
interesting about you and Mocha.
And it's truly inspirational that the children understood it and they followed the rules, and they got to play with the horses. So that made it all worthwhile. And we all had a good time. So when I was honoring Mocha, basically the book is inspired by Mocha's legacy, but it's for the children. I want the children to have this idea and vision of what they want to do when they grow up, and the reasons for the safety rules, the reason for training, the reason for boundaries, the reason. This is going to be a 10-part series and 2 books. The second book's coming out in the near future, but Mocha is going to be a rescuer. We're introducing all of Mocha's friends. I've got quail, so there will be quail, like searching the bushes, red-tailed hawks in the air. I have a burro. Burros are highly intelligent. Clemmy's more intelligent than me. So, and they're going to be scouts and search for missing children, dogs that get lost, or some people cruelly toss their dogs out on the road. So the children can actually see the illustrations of searchers, rescuers, and protectors. They can think about, well, maybe I want to do that when I grow up. Maybe I can be a warrior when I grow up. Maybe a hero, you know.
Yeah.
So I want them to visualize the potential that they have, and to help the parents with the children. I've already gotten in a month with this book the second book, the children's book.
Right.
I've gotten 5-star reviews from school teachers and
Wow.
4-year-olds that every day, that's story time. What they ask for Mocha. They ask for Mocha's story. That's incredible. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's definitely
So it's
a good sign, because that means, they're not just, interested to listen to you, but they're definitely enjoying reading or getting to know about,
okay.
Mocha. And I mean, like I said, I saw that book. I have it in my hand. I saw the pictures. It's amazing.
They're incredible.
And
They're
you're not
incredible.
gonna,
Thank you.
yeah, and you're not gonna even think that this book only cost about $25 for a hardcover.
Yeah,
It's,
and the
I would say this
illustrations.
is worth more than about, I would say it's about $30 or maybe more than that. The quality is amazing.
Right.
The illustrations, it's you really planned this book. Or
Well,
probably what I
it's
wanted
inspiring.
to.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. What I wanted to ask you as well, Patty, is that how did you came up with those illustrations, or who planned that, or like, yeah, like where did this idea came from? Like all these
Well,
illustrations, did you
I
hire a
do.
professional for that?
Right. I did, but I wrote the narrative. I oversaw all the illustrations, and it was important to me, as I was indicating, that this touches children's hearts, their and their minds, and that's incredible, absolutely inspirational to me. But when I lost Mocha, I sat down and I wrote his story in like 4 hours, because I had lived with him for 15 years and trained him. I knew everything about him. I knew his favorite tasties, the peppermint candies, and that he loved children. And these children are radiating to that. It's touching their hearts. And that bond and communication, it's teaching the children friendship and true trust. And they
Wow.
could be rescuers and protectors when they get older.
Yeah.
So Mocha's going to develop into, he's going to have like a canine vest across his chest.
Wow.
The quail might have something like that. My dogs are going to be in it. I had a healer that would nip the horse's heels. But it's heartwarming that the children are absolutely crazy about the book. And if you look up the, I apologize, I gave away all my books for the children book, so I don't have it to show you. But, but if you go on Amazon and click on the reviewers, it's got amazing reviewers, school teachers. And one parent said, I don't just buy a book to read to my child. I look for something that he responds to, the trust, the friendship. And he said, when I came across this book, my son wanted me to read it to him. So it's so rewarding, honestly.
Yeah. It's a very good feedback, Patty. You know, as you are telling me that, I'm looking at it online as we speak, and wow, that's true, guys. And for those that are watching us right now, you can definitely check Amazon.com, look for Patricia Blake, or to be exact, Patricia L. like Larry Blake, and probably use the title of the book, Mocha. Use those keywords, and you should be able to find her book in Amazon. And there's a 5-star review as we speak. All right. And I would probably wanted to wanted to ask you this, Patty. You know, there's a lot of you have dogs, right? You have some of their pets at home. Why did you choose Warrior Angel Horse to tell stories about courage and faith?
Because Mocha exemplifies courage and faith. Mocha exemplifies that trust and that friendship and that faith in me and me in him. It's an incredible, irreplaceable bond between Mocha and myself. Mocha didn't want to hang out with the horses. Mocha would not let me walk by him without standing in front of me and searching me for peppermint candies. He was spoiled. But he would nuzzle me, check my pockets, and I had to keep peppermint candies in my truck and on me because he wouldn't let me leave without giving him his tasties. Oh, I have to mention something about the book. Just last week with Explora, we are developing comic books of the book so the kids can color.
Oh, like a coloring book.
Yes, but it's from the children's book illustrations.
Oh.
So each page of the illustrations, which you know are amazing.
Yes, I know.
And it starts with Mocha, by the way, as a newborn colt, and his mama is his protector and stands over him and watches over him. And his first steps, his first time learning to nurse milk, and then play in the herd. But it starts out with Mocha, the newborn. And that the kids relate to that, I think.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you right now. And again, I've mentioned this many times earlier in our in this particular segment or session. But yes, this book is something that uh, you will not be disappointed with the book. I'm talking about
Absolutely.
Mocha
I believe
Angel
that.
Warrior. I'm sorry, Mocha Angel Warrior. And this is
No,
a
it's
very
Mocha Angel Warrior. True Trust. Yes.
true trust. Yes.
Yes.
There you go, guys. And I guess I just have a few more questions here for you, and I hope we have enough time to really talk more about the books. But I guess let's make this short so that for those who are watching us right now, well, what they can do is go to London Book Fair and visit you in Explora's booth and get a signature copy of this book. And if you wanted to know more about the book, then right ahead you can ask those questions to Patty. But right now, what I wanted to ask you, Patty, is that what lessons do you hope children and families to take from these stories?
Hopefully, the children will learn about uh, trusting their parents. Listening is a critical skill set.
Mm,
Communication with your child. I think that this book is the perfect opportunity for the parent and the child
right.
to come together, and for the parent or the child to read the story out loud. But the listening, following the reason for safety rules, that they can become rescuers and protectors when they get older, with medical, fire, law enforcement, military, and they can make a difference in the world. And just real quick, I believe in the mantra from the Hebrews, the Hebrew saying mantra from World War II. There was a child that was protected by the community, and he would not be alive today if it wasn't for the community members rescuing him in World War II. And his quote is, to save the life of a single child is to save the entire world. So I believe
That
that.
that was deep.
And that's
That
what
was
I'm
deep.
trying to do. Touch children. Yeah, yes, touch children's lives, and the parents, help them out a little bit.
Well,
Parenting's
well,
a hard job, right?
absolutely. And that's definitely the next thing that I'm gonna be doing after this show. But I guess my next and last question for you is that what's next for you as an author?
As I mentioned, I've got a series of children's books that is going to come out. Book
Mhm.
2 is coming out soon,
Right.
and it's going to be it'll be a series of 10, and Mocha will become an angel, but he'll be watching over and protecting others. So
Well,
it's a magical book, truly.
I agree, Patty. Well, for you guys that are watching us right now, please make sure to follow us in Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and you can also visit our website, explorabooks.com. You can also check Patty's book right there. By the way, Patty, do you have any social media accounts that they can actually follow, or any website that you're working on right now?
Correct. I forgot to mention the actual website that the songs are on, and more information, incredible interviews with my partners, and true stories of experiences that are meaningful to all of me and my partners and myself. So you can catch that on my website, and you can order the books on the website. You can listen to the music for free on the website. And the website is Warriors and Heroes with an ES. So it's heroes and warriorsandheroes.com. And
Yep. So we're gonna
you
flash
can get a
that.
more comfort.
Yeah, we're gonna flash that in the screen so that readers and viewers can also have a better or an exact, the right spelling of your website. All right. And yeah,
Thank
go
you
on.
so much. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Well, until next time, Patty. And again, for those, or if you're planning to be at the London Book Fair 2026, make sure to stop by and check Patty's book. We're talking about Touched by the Hand of God and Mocha Angel Warrior. Please grab your favorite titles. Well, I'm confident that you're gonna get the two titles by the time that you're gonna get there in London Book Fair. Meet the author. She's very sweet. She's very lovely. Get a personal signature from her, and remember that moment. And it's gonna be an amazing experience for you guys. And until next time, please keep reading, keep exploring, and keep discovering books that can possibly move you. And don't forget again to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and in our website.
And possibly,
all right?
I'm sorry, and possibly change your life.
Yep, I agree. Thank you so much again, Patty, for your time. It's an honor talking to you today. Thank you so much.
God bless. Bye-bye.